Hey family, what's going on? This is Reginald C. Allen. Just wanted you to know that I am currently on my way to Phoenix, Arizona. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to re-release an episode that I released back in 2018, last year. I believe this is episode number 50. So family, enjoy this episode. Now listen, if this is your first time listening to me, we have 78 previously recorded episodes. Go back, listen to them, start with number one, and you can catch up. You can see the growth of the show, right? So I'm going to release this. And listen, if you are new, follow me on Facebook, okay? Follow me on Facebook at Reginald C. Allen. You can follow me on Instagram at Reginald C. Allen. And if you'd like for me to come and speak to your organization, send me an email, man, or woman at info@ReginaldCAllen. And if you'd like to be a guest on the show, hey, I'm always looking for people to interview. What are you waiting on? Shoot me an email at podcast@ReginaldCAllen.com. Again, the next time you hear me after this week, I will be in Phoenix. I'm going to give you guys all the details, let you know how it went. My wife and I are driving there, so say a prayer for us. All right? Enjoy this episode. See you next week.
Welcome to Adjust Your Mirrors, the #1 empowerment podcast show on the planet. Are you in need of motivation? Are you ready to take your personal and professional life to the next level? Then you've come to the right place. Adjust Your Mirrors. This is the podcast that's devoted to helping you see more clearly by making small adjustments. And now, here's your host, Reginald C. Allen.
Hey. Yes, we're back. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Adjust Your Mirrors. I am your host, as the man said, Reginald C. Allen. I am excited. You know what? Listen, told you last week I just got back from Michigan. Man, I left Michigan. I think the temperature was 18 degrees. Here in lovely Duluth, Georgia. And it's like 65 degrees. Yesterday, went and saw the movie Black Panther. 70 degrees. Oh my gosh, it's great weather. I called my mom and said, hey, Mom, what's the temperature up north? Oh, it's about 40. Oh, well, it got up to 72 today here in the ATL. So anyway, just kind of had to rub that in her face a little bit. But anyway, how are you? How have you been this week? Have you been, as I always say, have you been adjusting your mirrors? What have you been working on? Life is about developing. Life is about evolving. I hope that you are taking the time out each day to just make some small adjustments, because we need to. And that's what we're here for. We are a community of people that believe in adjusting our mirror. So listening to a song the other day by my man B.B. King, and he said, the thrill is gone, baby. You guys notice how I love to sing, but I just can't sing. But B.B. King said the thrill is gone. And when I heard that song, I began to think about us. Is the thrill gone? Has that passion left you? Are you discouraged? Are you depressed? Are you just at a point in your life where you don't know which way to turn? Have you become mediocre? Are you taking the time to reawaken your passion, your leadership, and any other ship? Well, what about lifeship? I don't even know if lifeship is a word, but are you taking the time to reawaken that passion inside of you? And if you're not, guess what? You've tuned in at the right time in the right channel, baby, because today we're going to discuss 3 strategies for renewal. Once again, 3 strategies for renewal, because you know what, family? as I've told you plenty of times, there's going to be some times where you do get discouraged, okay? Don't buy into these motivational speakers that tell you, woo, I'm happy all the time. I'm flying on cloud 9 all the time, and there's nothing that discouraged me. Listen, if I could cuss, I would insert a cuss word right there. I could cuss. This is my podcast show, but I have some people who are listening to me, and I don't want to be offensive. So with that being said, they are full of it, okay? There are going to be some times where you get discouraged. There are going to be some times where you want to quit, but these are the times where you have to dig deep, and these are the times where you have to take some of the principles that we're going to discuss today and implement them principles, okay? So number 1 of the 3 strategies for renewal: you're down, you're depressed, you're ready to give up. Number 1, this is what you're going to have to do, is you're going to have to, my friend, check your belief system. Why are you feeling down? I'm feeling sad and blue. Why are you feeling down? Why are you feeling depressed? Check your belief system, because here's the deal. Many times we feel that way because we're believing that we're not where we should be. We're comparing our journey with other people's journey. We're comparing our gifts with other people's gifts. You see, we're allowing external factors to decide our happiness. And here's the number 1 thing that you must remember in life. You cannot base your business. You cannot base your happiness. You cannot base your commitments off of how you feel, because the emotions will come and they will go. You've heard the saying, emotions will fail us. So if you have a business that you're trying to create, if you're trying to develop a product, a service, and you're feeling down, that doesn't mean that you need to just quit. Check your belief system. Stop comparing where you are with other people, because you don't know what people have done to get there. Now, that's not a bad thing. I'm just saying there's some people who already have the resources in place, so it's easier for them to kind of sprint off a little faster. But that's okay. Just run your race and the resources will come. So check your belief system. What are you believing? Are you believing that I can't do it? Oh, maybe I'm not good enough. What are you believing? As a man thinks, so is he. So what are you thinking? Okay. Number 2, once you check your belief system, the next thing that you have to do, my friend, is find your community. You don't understand the benefits of connecting with a community, okay? You need to connect with people who support you. You need to connect with people who have a kindred spirit. They share the same hopes. They share the same dreams. Take the time to find your community, because within that community, there are so many benefits. I remember years ago, I was at this outreach program, and there were some little young teenagers there, and I was talking to them about, just coming to the church and connecting to the church, and they would always say the same thing. I'm not going to church. I don't have to go to church to be holy or be right. And I would always say this: you're absolutely right. Going to a church, going to a mosque, going wherever you want to go to worship, that doesn't make you holy. It doesn't make you right. But the benefit of connecting with that church is because you can connect with your community. There's even a passage that talks about us and the benefits, or I should say the dangers of not fellowshipping together. The Bible says this: do not forsake the assembly of ourselves together. That just simply means let's come together, because there's so many benefits of coming together within the community. You can be encouraged. There's so many opportunities that can come out of that. There's so much love that you can get out of that community. And there's correction, because, along this journey, whatever it is that we're trying to develop, whatever we're trying to create, whatever we're trying to aspire to be, there's going to be some times where we need to be corrected. You find that within your community. There's going to be, within that community, there's going to be some people that you meet. There's going to be some mentors there. There's going to be some coaches that you meet. And the main job of a coach is to see your strengths, help you identify your strengths, and then help you to use those strengths. Okay. Now, I want to go back. As I said, it's imperative for you to find your community. Caps on your, because there are many communities out there, great communities, but every community isn't for you. And I've had to learn that my own self. There's some people, great people, they have a lot of great goals and aspirations, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I have to connect with them and their community. So be very wise, be very intuitive on what community that you need to connect with. There's some communities that you just don't need to be with, and that's okay. It doesn't mean that I'm too good for that community. I'm too high and mighty. I'm better than them. No, it just means that's not the community that you should connect with, okay? Because the community that you connect with, will support you, will nurture you. They're not just going to have you come and you just sit down and they're going to tell you how great of a community they are. You know, I've been connected to some communities that all they wanted me to do was just listen to how great they are. Oh, I'm the greatest. I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And you know, I got this going. Okay, well, that's good. I'm happy for you. But how does that benefit me? Can I use some of those resources that you've gained? Oh, no, sir. You just sit there and watch me. Run from that community. Run, Forrest, run. Get away from that, okay? And number 3, and we're outy bowdy. Is that even a word? Outy bowie? Anyway, number 3. Once you find your community, which is number 2, the last thing you need to do is find a new meaning in familiar territory. You're sitting there, you're discouraged, you're singing B.B. King, the thrill is gone, the thrill is gone. Find a new meaning in that territory. You become bored, you become a cog. And I'm reading this book by Seth Godin, and the name of the book is called Linchpin, and he talks about the importance of becoming an artist versus a cog. An artist is someone who comes up with these dreams, right? And they create these ideas to see these dreams manifest themselves. Someone who finds a new way to interact. Someone who finds a new way to connect. Don't become a cog, my friend. You've become bored. That's why you're feeling sad and blue. You just become bored. And it happens to all of us. So in your business, find new innovative ways. No one's telling you to change the business plan. No one's telling you to create a new business. We're just telling you to create small adjustments, to create small changes, new ideas. Okay, maybe it's time for you to go and update your Facebook profile. I know this is simple, but I'm just giving you an example. Maybe it's time for you to update your website. You've had the same website. It looks the same for 30 years. Maybe you need to change it. And you making those small adjustments might ignite the passion, okay? So with that being said, I want you to just take the time this week to check your belief system. What are some of the external forces that have you feeling a certain way? Are you comparing yourself to others? Stop it. Find your community. Don't connect with everyone's community. Find your community, the community that's going to uplift you, that's going to hold you accountable, and that's also willing to share some of their resources. If you connect with the community and it's just all about them and I'm doing this and I'm doing that and you better hurry up and catch up. Nah, dude, disconnect yourself from that. You don't need that. You don't need that because they're no better than you. And number 3, find a new meaning in familiar territory. Stop becoming a cog. You become a cog in your own business. Wake up, man. Become an artist. Begin to paint the picture so the whole world can see the great design that you've created. So with that being said, friends, be empowered.
Thank you for listening to the Adjust Your Mirrors podcast with Reginald C. Allen. Be sure to visit the Adjust Your Mirrors private Facebook group, and don't forget to follow Reginald on Twitter at Reginald C. Allen. Please remember, when you're listening on iTunes, leave us a 5-star rating review. Until next time, be empowered.